Surrounded by technology, huh? Ever found yourself doom scrolling social media or watching that one more video before you go to sleep? Our screen time is simply off the charts. But what if I told you that understanding the why behind all these distractions could help us take the first step towards reclaiming our attention? I am not gonna ask you to delete TikTok or Instagram cause we all know it's not really possible in the modern world. They surely have become an integral part of our lives. My name is Prithviraj and together, let's first try to figure out why we are distracted all the time and then let's talk about what we can do to avoid them. I will be sharing 5 key points that can help us avoid such distractions. Let's face it, you never really get distracted by anything when you're doing something fun, something that you really enjoy. Things such as playing video games, watching your favorite sports team play, or maybe binge watching your favorite TV shows. These all are the things you hardly get distracted from. If the task we are working on is too hard and we get stuck at some point, we'll probably welcome any distractions into our life. Modern day technology and social media apps are designed in such a way that we are most likely gonna fall into that doom scrolling cycle. Let's suppose your daily screen time is about 6 hours. It simply means you are losing 180 hours every month. 180 hours is like 7.5 days. We are wasting an entire week every month this way. And this, my friend, is a real issue that we need to work on. As you might have guessed, our attention span has severely been affected. We are so much used to getting that dopamine hits every time we scroll through TikTok that when we have to finish a task that requires our full concentration, we don't have any concentration left to spare. The fear of missing out, or FOMO as you might call it, it's a very powerful psychological phenomenon which in hand drives many distractions. Social media platforms capitalize on our desire to stay connected and we stay in the loop. We often feel compelled to check our notifications and feeds even when it interrupts our important work or personal moments. This fear of missing out on something exciting or important keeps us distracted. And I totally understand. Sometimes the things are simply just unavoidable. But we can make some changes that will help us at least control the situation better than before. Now, since we have identified the real reason why we are always distracted, let's talk about how we can actually limit them. Time management. The purpose of this video is not to tell you to delete all the social media apps or simply throw your phone away. Rather, we should keep time for everything to make it sustainable in the long run. Simply try to plan your day beforehand. You can even use daily planning app or you can write them down on your notebook. I recently invested in this daily planner and it has literally changed my life. And it also smells so good. As soon as I open my planner, my mindset shifts and I automatically try to be more productive. This all happens subconsciously. After I wake up and make my morning coffee, I simply sit down on my desk sipping my coffee and planning my day. This practice makes me feel good, to be honest. Noting things down beforehand really helps me clear my mind, and like I previously mentioned, it affects me subconsciously. I'll try to leave a link of the daily planner that I'm currently using in the description box below the like button. You can check it out if you're interested. If you take a close look, we often have only 3 important tasks that we need to get done in a single day. If it's more than 3, you are most likely overcommitting. There's also this thing called schedule. This process is basically known as time blocking. What we basically have to do is allot time to various tasks that we need to get done. Think of this like a budget for your time. This will also help you find out when you have some free time. If you take a close look at my planner, after 9 PM, I don't really have anything scheduled. Post 9 PM, I can play CSGO or Valorant with my friends or maybe binge watch my favorite Netflix show. I keep time for everything. Time management is the key. Keep time for everything. This way you won't feel like you're missing anything out. Control your environment. Less is more. Try keeping your work setup clean. Remove all the unnecessary stuff from your desk. When your task gets boring or challenging, you are most likely gonna get distracted even by a small and seemingly insignificant object that is on your desk. The culprit is right here. In my previous video, I actually mentioned if it's possible, try creating an alternate desk setup and only have your serious work sessions over here. This way, we'll be able to train our mind to get that mindset shift as soon as we sit on our desk. You can also try leaving your environment every few days, going to the library or a coffee shop. Over there, you'll probably only have your laptop with you, which will make it easier for you to focus and not get distracted. It will also feel like an adventure and you'll end up discovering many new coffee shops this way. If your game console is your issue, simply lock it up inside your cupboard. Increase the friction and make it out of your reach. And like I previously mentioned, try scheduling a time for playing games or whatever you're into. I avoid working post 9 PM so that I can have time for myself and do things that I actually love. And also please consider hitting that subscribe button and I'll keep bringing you more such helpful videos on productivity, tech and life. Now that we have taken control of our environment, now we need to take control of our phone. My cover is gone by the way. Yeah. Only keep your most important apps on your home screen. For example, if you take a look at my home screen, I only have my day-to-day apps on my home screen. Also my to-do list widget. If I swipe left, I only have the most important info that I need to care about. TikTok is banned in my country, so it wasn't really an issue for me. Jokes apart, there are a few things you can do to stop yourself from accessing these apps. Cause I know even if I don't want to, I'll subconsciously open Instagram. To avoid this thing, you can simply start using various app blockers. I previously used this app called App Block and it really worked out well for me. It just won't let you access the app app when you have blocked them. You can also create a custom schedule that will automatically block the disturbing apps at a given time and also make the most of the focus mode on your iPhone. This has really been a game changer for me. I used to get a lot of unwanted calls and notifications during my work hours. If disabling your notifications isn't an option, I recommend that you at least create a personal focus mode for your phone. For example, I have created my personal focus mode from 8 AM to 1 PM every day. I have disabled all the notifications during this time and only my parents can call me during this time, no one else. Make it playful. I recently read this book by popular productivity YouTuber Ali Abdal. In this book, Feel Good Productivity, Ali shares an example of a McDonald's employee. While working at McDonald's, he was really bored by the cycle of taking orders and flipping burgers. There was no excitement and no challenge at all. He thought, how could he make it more interesting? He switched to a classic tactic called upselling. Some days, he would decide that it's barbecue sauce day. He basically used to try and convince them to buy the barbecue sauce. Surprisingly, people used to take his recommendation and buy the sauce. It's a small change he did that resulted in making it more fun for him. Similarly, try finding avenues in your work by which you can make it more playful. Let me share my example. Like most people, I don't really enjoy going to work, of course. When I'm commuting to work, after taking the subway, I have to walk for about 15 minutes in order to reach my destination, as per Google Maps that is. But I often take this challenge that I have to walk faster and reach my destination within 8 minutes. This mini challenge has helped me go to my workspace in a better mood, giving myself the pleasure of succeeding against Google Maps. Plus, walking is good for our health. These small changes are the ones that matter in the long term. Finally, when we are stressed or anxious, our minds often wander around, making it difficult to concentrate on the task at hand. It's really important that we take care of our mental health. All the mindless scrolling has hampered that. Simply take a 5-minute break between work and do nothing. Absolutely nothing. Simply sit down silently. You can also try to meditate for 5 minutes. Don't worry if you feel that meditation is not for you. I feel the same. Rather, I still feel the same. If weird thoughts keep appearing in your mind, then don't worry, this is totally normal. Let me give you an example again. You only find dirt everywhere around your room when you start to clean it. Think of it this way, you're cleaning your mind, hence you're able to find so much clutter. All the things that were keeping you distracted are appearing one by one inside your head while you are meditating. Let all that clutter come out. You'll be able to have a more of a focused work session this way, that too without any distraction. While working, if some weird thoughts or some irrelevant task appears in your mind, simply write them down on a notebook. Maybe you had to call someone. Don't call them instantly, but write them down to reflect on it later. After you're done, you'll often realize most of the thoughts you wrote down didn't need your attention at all. But it was really important to address them at that given time. Else, if you didn't address them, they would just keep reappearing in your mind again and again and again. Now that you have identified the reasons and trying to fix the reasons why you are feeling distracted, let me share something weird with you. 20 unconventional and weird tips that will help you stay more productive. Click here to watch that.